What's going on, guys? God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, guys. Today's video, we are doing something different. A question that I receive a lot, and I think many detailers ask is, Carlos, other than car detailing, are there any other services that you offer? And the answer to that is I do. I do not advertise it heavily, if that makes sense. But a service that I honestly feel is a perfect add-on package to have for your business is pressure washing, right? I believe that it is, as far as cost, it is very minimal startup in a way, if that makes sense. Because really, depending on the pressure washer that you're currently using, you know, it could definitely be more minimal on the expense. But on today's video, guys, we are cleaning this driveway where we are going to be pretty much cleaning it up. So stick around as I have a very cool tool to show you guys. In today's video, we are not using this right here. We're using a whole different setup. For today's project, guys, we are gonna be showcasing the Miko 22-inch surface cleaner, stainless steel. This is definitely a beast of a machine. I'm gonna tell you what I love about it, what I don't like about it. We're gonna talk about cost, right? And is this something I recommend for a lot of detailers to purchase, right? So let's plug it in and let's get started. On today's video, guys, we are using the North Star pressure washer. This one is about a 5,000 PSI pressure washer. And the beauty of this one here, I believe we paid about $2,500 for this pressure washer. But the beauty of this one is that you're able to pretty much adjust your pressure down to about 1,500 PSI, and you can raise it all the way up to about 5,000 PSI. This one is a gas pressured washer. We have it connected to a 50-foot hose, or a flexible hose, which I will tell you guys a little bit struggles that I had with this one, but we ended up figuring it out. So that's kind of how we have the setup today. Let's turn it on and let's get started. All right, so you're gonna get a couple shots of how this thing looks as of right now. It is a bit dirty. Obviously, the left side, as you guys can see, it is clean. Obviously, I wanted to kind of play with this product before I showcased it. But the first thing we are going to be doing is we're gonna pre-treat this whole area here. And obviously, some people use pump spray. This is a pump sprayer. Others use the industrial, like industrial sprayer style. But this is just to at least start loosening up the staining. All right, so hopefully you guys can hear me. So let's talk a little bit about this pressure washer. The reason I enjoyed it is because of the size. It is very, very smooth to the trigger, but you're also cleaning just way more as far as the circumference. And as you guys can see, we are getting a lot of this buildup. The nozzles that are used in this surface cleaner are high pressure, so it does really well as far as the cleanup. But the true benefit to this machine is you're spending less time cleaning the pavement, if that makes sense. So So it probably in about, I'm gonna say 5 minutes or less, we were able to get this pavement from this to this. Really, really nice. A good 50-50 showcasing of the amount of just coverage you're getting from this tool. So, as you guys can see, and obviously I'm recording from aerial view so you guys can kind of see a little bit of how this looks. But this thing does really, really well. Covers nicely. And let me know, what do you guys think of just the way this thing looks from the top? Because it definitely cleans nicely. So when you're using a surface cleaner, guys, the trick is slow and steady, right? Slow and steady is going to win the race. Even though this is a more stronger and, you know, more of a professional grade surface cleaner, even if you go fast, like you're still gonna get amazing cleaning. But in order for this to work properly and keeping you being less time, like at a location, slow and steady, slow and steady. I do love that the way these nozzles are made is that you do not have like that, like etching, or like some surface cleaners, they leave an etching on there and you have to go back over and over and kind of, you know, clean it up. But with this one, you're getting more of a clean, every time, every pass, you're getting a very nice cleanup. So I love it. I really do. And we're done. Look at that. So one of the reasons why I love this tool, like I've kind of said already in the video, is you're gonna spend less time at a location. With this style of a surface cleaner, you're cleaning about 8 times faster than from using that ordinary 14-inch surface cleaner. But with this one, it's a beast. Comes to the price, the total cost on this surface cleaner here, you are at $279 plus tax, which I'll be posting a link as well in the description, so in case this kind of calls your attention, you can click on that link and obviously you can get you one. Hello?
You're
Heading out already?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm not really heading out. I'm heading out to the girls' house to watch the eclipse.
Oh, okay, and then
they're taking me to the airport. So
okay.
this is when all the storms are going to hit. So
I know.
That'll be fun.
I'll be at the Rangers game.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm going to my first Rangers game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, there might be a delay there too.
I know. We'll see.
Oops.
Oh, you're good. I'll definitely. Here, pull in here. Yeah. All right. You want to pull in here? He's backing up? Okay. And lastly, we're gonna go ahead and just rinse off our pavement. Alrighty guys, this project is finally done. As you guys can see, it looks a whole lot better. But before I end this video, let's talk about specs. Let's talk about price. Obviously, we've already kind of talked about the price. Do I like it? Do I not like it? But I want to say a huge shout out to Miko or Meko. I honestly don't know how to pronounce that for sending me this awesome, look how tall it is, y'all. Like, this is literally taller than me. But from going from our nice 14-inch surface cleaner, which is my green one, it's definitely served its purpose. It just takes me a little bit longer. Now, with the Miko 22-inch stainless steel surface cleaner, I can honestly say it cut my time in half. This whole driveway, we finished it in less than an hour. On average, a cost of a driveway can go from 100 to maybe 400 or 500, depending obviously on the dirt that's accumulated on it, what you have to do to get it nicely clean, right? But on this size of average of driveway, runs between 100 and 150, right? For that price, I'm so happy I have this one here, right? Because with the 14-inch, it's gonna take me probably a good 2 to 3 hours to really get it cleaned pretty well, right? The pressures, it's not all there, and it's made more for smaller projects, right? For driveways, patios, believe it or not, at one point I was also using these surface cleaners for RVs. You hook it up to your gun, and instead of just using your regular gun to clean the roof of the RVs, I would literally just use that, spray my cleaner, come back with it, and just pressure wash. It makes your job a whole lot easier. So if you've never thought about it, there's an idea where you can use a surface cleaner, right? Things that I love about this product here is the wheels, so smooth, very, very smooth to handle. I love that it has those bristles at the bottom, so that obviously you don't get splashed. You're gonna get splashed, but it's not as crazy. If it was like a full opening, there would be dirt everywhere, right? It kind of keeps the dirt within the area, and as you're cleaning it, it kind of pushes the dirt around without having to disperse it all the way out. Really, really nice hydraulic hose. It's, in my opinion, well built. When I received this item, you know, sometimes I'm gonna be very honest, some of the products I'm like, oh, I don't know, right? I honestly felt like with this product, I was gonna get it, there's gonna be leaks here, leaks there, leaks everywhere, but very solid, no leaks whatsoever. The gun is really, really nice, soft trigger in a way. But everything worked perfectly, right? One issue that I did have is you do receive a kit to put on your hoses. Obviously, the style of hoses that I have were more of the industrial grade, and I could not remove the end to switch the entries, if that makes sense. So I ended up buying this flexible hose, maxed at 4,000 psi, and I put the different. And let me show you kind of what I mean by that. So what I ended up doing is buying this flexible hose, and oh, there's still water in here. And what I ended up doing is this right here, on the other one, on the one that belongs to that pressure washer, it's more of the different style of entrance, right? And I had to convert it, so I ended up just ordering this hose that came with these 3/8 connectors into that pretty much you can screw into here, and it works perfectly now for both entries. So I just had to make that minor adjustment. This hose cost me, I think it was like $40 on Amazon. But once I did that, everything just worked really well. One of the things I wish you could do differently, and obviously if you're watching this video, Miko or Miko, is I would love to kind of have something integrated to where, you know, if you have to stop and take a phone call, you literally have to put this in the ground. And I don't like it because when you're putting it in the ground, you're gonna keep hitting this plastic right here, and I just don't want to damage that, right? So you kind of have to find a wall or something. I think it would be really cool if maybe you could find a way to where you can like click it to where it stands, or obviously up here, like if you need to stop, you can literally just like click and it stays put, right? Or maybe integrate some stick down here that if you need to set it down, you can literally pull that out really quick, and you know, you can kind of park it. Now, some people were like, man, that's huge. It's huge, guys. This is definitely a industrial grade tool. So if you have a van, this is perfect because it'll fit in your van really, really well. As for me and my mobile unit, I would probably have to take this apart, which, you know, taking it apart was not, it shouldn't be that bad because all I have to do is pull this pin out, the pin at the bottom, and I'm able to kind of put it in pieces, right? But, you know, if I have more jobs like that, obviously I think it'll fit in my truck in the back some way, somehow, to where I don't have to disassemble it. But this is definitely a really, really solid build. I've enjoyed it. The cost again is $279 plus tax. It comes with all the tools that you will need to connect your pressure washer, right? Obviously, not all the tools or not all the kit's gonna fit your desired pressure, but I think for majority of your pressure washers that we have, it'll work. Obviously I have a industrial grade pressure washer, so the entrances are different, right? But this thing works amazingly. Where can you offer this? You can definitely offer this style of jobs, right, with your own customers. You know, this is a perfect conversation to when you finish talking to a customer, you say, hey, also, if you need your driveway clean, I have a sale going on right now. Usually it's $200. I have it on sale for $150 if you wish to add that. You know, once I finish your vehicle, I can come in and clean your driveway, get it looking clean, right? And some customers are like, oh man, I haven't done that in a while. Let's go ahead and do it, right? You can definitely offer this type of pressure washing to home builders, realtors, right? Some realtors love to give their customers a gift. What better gift than, you know, get their front pressure wash, their back pressure wash, or their front driveways pressure wash as a thank you for buying this house, right? Small businesses, right? You can definitely offer this style of projects. And right now, to be honest, what I do is I use the customer's water for this type of projects. I haven't had no issues, right? Let's just per se that my business does take off with pressure washing. I would probably consider buying something more industrial grade, bigger water tank, a trailer or something. But for majority of the time, my customers have not mind me using their water, right? As far as how much water is it pulling, I think this one here pulls about 4. The pressure washer I'm using is about 4 gallons per minute. And it did really, really well for this, right? The minimum pressure you can use on this is 2,000 PSI. And I was like, whoa, for this huge thing, 2,000 PSI. So I think a lot of us kind of, mine's 1900, so it won't pull it. I don't think it will. But a lot of detailers have a 2,000 PSI pressure washer. So this is going to work perfectly to just have in your setup, right? You don't have to go and buy another pressure washer. So the investment would be very minimal. At $279 for the price, I feel it's very fair. it does exactly what it's supposed to do. And it made my time drastically bring it down from when I was using this small one. But it has done its job, right? Just comparing the size of this, I don't know if you guys will be able to see on there, but we have, just look at that. Big, huge comparison. In the future, I plan I would love one that has the vacuum attachment, because some customers, especially some areas where you're working, you know, they don't like for it to have a lot of water running. So having that vacuum attachment would be really cool. Honestly, really, I've been using my my extractor to do that type of style of areas when customers cannot have a lot of water running. I've used my extractor. I turn it on and I put a vacuum to it, and it sucks up the water as it's coming down their trench. But that would be pretty cool, adding a vacuum attachment to this so they can suck up majority of the water as you're doing your pressure washing. But if you've been looking for a surface cleaner, you know, maybe you're like, man, it's time to upgrade. Maybe my video came at the right time. This is the perfect tool for a lot of us detailers who are always looking for that second source of income that maybe, you know, you've thought about, man, what else can I do? And you're already doing it with your business. Right now, you're just adding this service to it. I think you will get your money back very, very quickly. But, you know, some people wonder how much can you make pressure washing, you know, and it can vary. It can vary from $100 for something very small, such as a driveway, to thousands if you're doing like buildings or garages and all of that. So the money's there. And I honestly feel like with this product, it definitely is a game changer for my business, because now I don't have to be there longer. So literally something this size here would take me 3 hours on average because I had a smaller one. Now I did it in about less than an hour. So imagine if you could do 3-4 jobs a day at about an hour each. Yeah, this thing is gonna make money, right? Again, shout out to this brand, Miko, for sending me this surface cleaner to try out, to test out, and honestly tell you guys what I feel. Is this something that I recommend? And honestly, after using it, I highly recommend it. It definitely works. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. God bless you guys, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Ooh, I saw that door open. I said, oh my God. Osho, baby.